Good evening, Lead Bullets for Life here. Thanks for joining me today. Guys, this is going to be part 2 of my garage chat. So what I did was I had done a second powder coating on the bullets. So right now they're in the water being soaked and cooled. From there we're going to take them out, dry them up, and then we're going to go ahead and size them up to a 357, 358 diameter and get them ready for reloading. Parchment paper, guys, wax paper is really cheap. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, you know, for $1 you get the 25 feet of it. Alright, we're going to take it over here and dry them up here. Let them dry, let them dry. There's a little bit of paper residue on the bullets itself, but that's expected. Alright guys, so I got my Lee 358 sizer die and push rod. We'll just go ahead and assemble that together. Screw that in like so. Little snuggie there. And then I'll grab me a container, place the bullets in. Now guys, like I said, I normally like to traditionally lube my bullets, but in this case I wanted to powder coat them. And there's nothing wrong with powder coating or traditional lube, however you like it. Some people like the smell of the lubricant, you know, and the smoke as it comes out of the gun for dramatic effect. And you know, either or, the powder coat or the lube, it doesn't affect your accuracy. The lubricant actually is somewhat beneficial. It seals up the bullet to the bore a little better, but at the same time, you know, you're running the risk of more fouling because of the lubricant, especially if it's homemade lubricant like mine. So I thought maybe we just go ahead and do the powder coat, which is a lot easier, less messier, and a little more user friendly when it comes to reloading. Okay guys, in case you didn't get a closer look at the bullets, this is what they look like. Flat meat plate on them. Good fill out bottoms. They look like little sledgehammers. Beautiful. Alright, so let's get started. Wow, they're pretty tough, thick. I like that. Guys, I like the double coating. I've never had any lead streaking or shaving while loading or shooting them down my guns. My barrels come out squeaky clean. Smudging from the gunpowder is probably all you get out of these powder coat bullets. Understand, guys, you know, powder coating is not a replacement for jacketed bullets, right? So, you know, use the loadings moderately. You'll get good accuracy. And you'll have less fouling in your handgun. You can push this pretty fast though, but I kind of keep it under like 1,200 feet per second. You can push them faster. Depending on your alloy and your hardness. But for me, target shooting is good enough. Under 1,000 feet per second from 38 specials or 357 Magnum. You know, watered down 357 Magnums, which I like to shoot. They're good enough for 25 or 50 yard, even 100 yards. I've hit targets at 100 yards with the bullet going about you know, under 1,100 feet per second. Add some steel plates. You know. And my little Rossi 351 461 is just a joy to shoot with heavy bullets, and it shoots accurately with heavy bullets. And I noticed too that the fixed sights on those Rossi revolvers are actually designed for heavier bullets. I think up to, like, for example, between 140, 170, you'll get point of aim. Anything heavier than that, you're gonna start aiming high or shooting high. And I loaded some 200 grain bullets for the 38 Special, and I was shooting about 6 inches high, which means I had to shoot around sub 6 on the target to get it to hit in the center, and at 25 yards. But I tell you what though, a slow, heavy moving bullet like that, getting hit with one of those things, you don't want to be in front of it for sure. Heck, police departments used them for many years, but then they got away from the 200 grainer and went for the 158s instead, and after that they went with the jacket of hollow points. Super Vel came out and they started using that. Then of course later on they went with 357 Magnum. After that, 9mm handgun pistol came out, and they started adopting that, and here we are today. They're using 40 calibers now, with the Mepro night sights, a Firefly Streamline flashlight on your 113 Picatinny rail, custom holsters for it for night shooting. Alright, we'll continue on with this until we're done, and then we'll get back at you after we're finished. We're halfway there now, guys. And as you can see, I have my Easy Grabber with me. It's my little buddy, goes everywhere. Guys, I want to mention one more thing with the Easy Grabber. You have to lubricate these, by the way. Right now this has been lubricated. It's really smooth now. So what I did was, you take the front end of it and you place either some WD-40 or some 1-in-3 oil down to the front of it. And then what you do is just let it sit with the squeezer on the bottom here. And just let it, the oil dribble down, and then, 10 minutes later, just kind of work it up a little bit, get the oil to work down, and you have a nice, smooth, Easy Grabber. This has been my best friend. I drop pieces of lead on the ground, I pick it up, put it back in the pot, and it's been a chore saver for me. Back breaking, saving, and I don't have to bend over and bust my gut doing it. Because guys, especially if you have a man cave, everything hits the floor. Everything. Anyways, guys, I'll still be searching for more primers. I may go to Bass Pro tomorrow afternoon after work, see if the shipment came in, and score a couple of packs, and that's all I need for now, a couple of packs. This so I can start shooting my snub nose again. I still have my 380s loaded up. I still have 32s loaded up. I have 45s loaded up. I have 10mm shorts loaded up too as well. But lately I just had a craving for that snubby. And the last target you saw last week, showed why I love that snubby so much. I just like pointing at the center, 15, 25 yards, and it hits dead center every time. Even with low velocity loads. And I can see why police departments in many years ago have used them for practically over 100 years. They used them. Why? Because they work. They work. They're small, handy. They fire 6 rounds of hard-hitting 38 Special, and they protected police officers and citizens then. They can protect you now. There was an episode on Dragnet one time where this gun nut was trying to get Jack Webb to trade in his snub nose. So he asked Jack Webb, so what would you trade in? He goes, what would be the second favorite gun? He says, a Browning high powered, but he says, I've always qualified with his 38, always qualified with it. So he had no reason to switch over, and he's only been in 2 shootings in his whole TV career. One was in 1953, and the other one was in 1967 or 68, called The Shooting Board, where he was confronting a, I guess you could call it a petty thug. He was trying to wire the change machine to get some money out, and then Jack Webb kind of snuck up on us and said, "Hey, police officer," and then the guy drew out a 6-inch revolver, fired at him, and then Jack Webb returned fire and got it and scored a hit at about 30 feet away, 10 yards in the laundromat. And he was getting squeezed off a second shot until the girlfriend of the suspect blocked his shot and then scuttled him off and got him into a car and got away. But yeah, that was quite a show. If you ever see that part, you'll watch it because you rarely see Jack Webb ever fire his gun, in self-defense. And you see, it's kind of like what these other TV shows like Chips. You ever see Chips fire their gun in the old TV show Chips? No, they never fire their guns. I've seen another officer draw his gun on Chips, but never actually seen them fire their gun. All right, guys, we're down to the nitty-gritty here. Let's see. I think I got 5 more. Guys, I've been doing this reloading and casting for, gosh, I'm gonna say about 1986, about 30 plus years, maybe 35 years doing this. Matter of fact, this RCBS press I'm using now is from 1986 actually, and I've had it ever since, and it's given me good service. So here we are, guys, we're empty. All right. So we're gonna put these in our little container here. This is what they came out of our little Prego jar. And so they're all sized up, ready to be loaded. So guys, you know that in this die body here, you're gonna find extra bullets in there. Okay. So what we do is we're gonna go ahead and use some kind of a dowel, a paper clip of some sort. That'll work. If it doesn't work, what you're gonna have to do is probably run another bullet up there, and then there we go. And then you unscrew it like so. And then you're gonna dump it out. There you go. All right, took the last bullet out, so there's nothing down there. It's empty. All right, guys, so 158 sized and double powder coated, 160 grain average bullets, flat nose, made by a Lee mold. And this is the part where I get clumsy, where I start dropping everything. Oh, wait a minute. I have my easy grabber. All right. There we go. Grab that thing. Didn't have to bust my gut or anything. Guys, I want to thank you guys for joining me again. Lead Bullets for Life here. If you like what you see, you want to see more, please rate and subscribe. And make those comments. Tell a friend. And here's one of my old round nose bullets I took out. I love those two. Guys, I just love 38 specials. I really do. Alright, let's put this back. Cover this up. Place in our tray here. Alright guys, we're done for the night. We'll see you again at the gun range or here at the reloading bench. Lead Bullets for Life signing off. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Once again, bye for now.